Hello.
This is Isabel.
Hi.
She plays the trombone.
It's true. I do.
And does not play the bassoon.
Nope. It's a bassoon. Just kidding.
Okay, so we've opened the case because this is now our second time taking the video. We've opened the case, so now we usually would take a photo of the bassoon so we could remember how to put it back. But I'm not going to make you do that.
Slay.
So, the first thing I want you to do, the first thing I really do, is I take our little leather strap. So you see in the corner we have a little leather strap. And we're going to want to sit on this with our hook. We have a hook, right? Some people have a cup. We have a hook. Our hook is going to, is going to be facing to the right. And we're going to be wanting to sit on it. And you want to put it like kind of at the edge of the chair. So you can, get up. And then put it a little closer to the edge. Way closer to the edge. The edge this way. Sorry. The edge of the, Yep. Just like that. So now we're going to leave that just for a little bit. Okay. So the first thing we want to grab in our case is kind of like our thickest piece. So that's called our boot joint. So you can go ahead and pick it up.
Okay, so this is the boot joint.
That is the boot joint.
Boot.
Yes, that is our boot joint, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the bottom of the boot is where the metal is. We're going to want to keep that down like all of the time, right? So the back part of our boot joint is where these kind of keys are, right here. These keys, right? So if you want to orientate that to yourself, just like that. Perfect. So the next part we want to pick up, it's called our tenor joint. It's also called the wing joint because it kind of looks like a little wing. So it's sort of the skinniest one in the case. Go ahead, pick it up. Beautiful. So you see how it has that kind of cutout in the middle?
Yes.
Yeah. So the cork is going to go into the smallest hole, right? And then the cutout is going to go in the middle. And then there's a tiny bridge key, if you look right here on the side. And you want to make sure that those two are on top of each other.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Cork grease, question mark?
Yeah. Yep. And then make sure that curve is kind of
Got it.
exactly there.
Like
Yep.
this?
Beautiful.
Dope.
Okay. So now we're gonna want to pick up our bass joint, which is the longest joint. Yes. So for our connecting pieces, we have this little thing right up here. And if you see, the bass joint also has one. Should be right here. So these two are going to want to be right on top of each other. So the bass joint one is going to be right on top of the tenor joint one. Just a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yep, beautiful. So then we want to make sure that this is our latch, right? This latch. Yep.
Yeah.
Right on top of each other.
Okay.
So So you see this little key that I've conveniently placed in the middle of the case.
Oh, that's very convenient.
Usually it's like over here, or I put it with my reed. So we're going to want to put that inside the two holes.
Okay.
So it kind of connects our two joints together.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Okay.
Now,
we're
going to want to pick up our bell. Bell. It is the last thing. It is the last joint in our thing. So first off, we want to press down that little key that's on our bell. The pad, yeah. And we want to put it right on top of that other bridge key. Yep, just like that. Beautiful.
I think you need cork grease is what you need.
Yeah, entirely.
Okay.
Okay, beautiful. So now we've entirely assembled the bassoon.
Cool.
Now, I want you can either put it on your lap. It's, we're not very spacious in this practice room, or you can just hold it as you are. And we're going to grab our reed. Now your reed has been soaking for quite a bit, right?
Yep.
So, I'm going to demonstrate to you how to create our embouchure. So our embouchure is kind of like a choir O, like O. And then we want to make sure that both of our lips are covering our teeth. So O. And then you can place your reed right there, and make sure that it's pretty well in the, like, on, yeah. And then we want to blow really hard. Nice, nice. Now, we're going to pick up our last part of the bassoon, right? It's called our bocal. So it's that little thing that's right there. And we always want to make sure that we're holding it by that curve, because it's very fragile and it can break very easily. So first, I want you to put your reed on the bocal. And we're going to make some noise on the bocal. Yep.
I'm so sorry.
You're good. And we want to make sure that it's kind of horizontal or parallel to the bottom of this hole.
Okay.
And then go ahead and make some noise. Beautiful. So now, I want you to take off your reed again. I know, I'm so sorry. You can just place it in your mouth, just to keep it safe. So now, our bocal joint is going to go into our tenor joint. And actually, I have a little clip here that I'm going to turn off. So there's a little hole on the bocal, right? And we want to make sure that this little pad is covering this little hole when it closes. Yep. Beautiful. All right, so keep your reed in your mouth, because now we're going to put the bassoon on the strap. Yeah, so we have a little hook here, and that's going to go straight into your hook. Right? So now we want our bocal to come straight to our mouth. So that means that we are going to have to adjust. Yep. Beautiful. Yep. So that when we have our reed on it, you can now place your reed on it. Yep. Place it on pretty firmly. Good. And then our bassoon is going to want to stick more to the side. Yep. Yep. So your face is kind of coming down to it. Make sure that the bassoon is just coming straight, like, onto your face. Whether that means you need to pull it tighter a little bit. Beautiful. So now I'm going to show you our fingerings. So on the back, this back, we have a row of 5 keys, if you can see it. There's a row of 5 keys on the back. Yeah. We're going to want to press our very lowest one. The very lowest one. Yes, that one.
This one?
Yep. That one's called our whisper key.
Whisper key?
Whisper key. So that's basically the key that closes this little hole and allows us to play most of our notes. So then we're going to want to keep that whisper key down and then wrap the rest of our hand around, and our hands are going to be very stretched. Yeah. Beautiful.
Okay.
So now we're going to take our right hand and we're going to just place it down, near the bottom. We're not going to be using our left hand right now, but our first finger goes here, actually. Second finger here, third finger there. And then our...
Pinky keys.
Yep. And then our thumb would go on the really big pancake key.
Okay.
That's what it's called. But we're not going to press any of that down. We're just going to keep our hand there.
Okay.
Okay? So now we're going to play our first note. So our first note is going to be our whisper key, right? And our very first finger. So if you remember from recorder class, this is an E. So go ahead. Two fingers is D. 3 fingers is C. Beautiful. So now let me tell you how to articulate. So how we articulate is when we have the reed, it's not like it's more of a like brushing motion. Yeah. So if you just press 1, 2, 3, C, just go da, da, da.
C?
Yeah, so whisper key 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. So now I'm going to teach you hot cross buns. Okay. So hot cross buns is E, D, C. So go ahead. Beautiful. And now we do that again. E, D, C. And now we go C, 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 C. Yeah, now can we put that all together?
Yes.
Now you've learned how to play hot cross buns and assemble a bassoon.
Yay!
Yay!
Wow,
Thanks,
this
Isabel.
This is interesting.